I had primed all that up. I used my foam tape on it. Okay, I sanded all the emblems off before I did that. And now what I'm doing is I'm wet sanding the tank down. I'm going to wet sand the whole tank down. And what I'm using 400. Okay. So all I want to do, I just take my sponge with some water. Now I got my tank sitting on a piece of old foam, okay? And that's very, very good to use because we don't want to scratch it up. If I can use a blanket on here or whatever I want, but that's going to get saturated with water. So I got myself a piece of old foam and it works great. So all we're going to do is we're just going to sand it down, and I'm concentrating on sanding the edges of the primer right now. You can see that, because I don't want no tape lines whatsoever. You'll know when you're feathering it out because it'll start looking like it's fading out, okay? So when the paint starts to fade out, and you start seeing paint underneath the primer, you know that it's feathered very good. I take my squeegee and I squeegee it down to make sure that I get all the scratches and all the imperfections out of it. That's what your guide coat is good for, see? It's always very important that you sand every single area, every single piece of the area that you're painting down thoroughly. I got all the deep scratches out of the primer. I don't feel any more tape lines from our pinstriping. And it's time to move on to the next side. What I'll do is I'll go over that thoroughly, I'll double check it, and I'll sand it again. I'll clean the bottom of the tank. Like, look right here, see, I missed that line. You gotta keep your eyes out. That's why it's important that you have a guide coat, because if you don't have a guide coat, you won't be able to see all the mistakes that are still left, minor mistakes that are still left in the primer. If you look right there, okay, I don't even know if you can see it or not, but that's what I'm talking about. See, without the guide coat, I would have never saw that. So, okay, what you see now, if you look right here, I got everything hung up and ready to paint. We got our motorcycle fenders hanging. Everything's been block sanded down 4,000, and it's all ready. So what I gotta do is I gotta go ahead and put sealer on all those parts. Now I put water down on the floor because this type of clear that you use, this is a PPG clear. It's called flexed and flat clear. It's a semi-gloss clear. You can put it over any base coat color, and it'll give you that rat rod semi-gloss look. It's real good clear. This is what I suggest to use on a motorcycle due to the fact that you got gasoline and other chemicals that come in contact with it. And if you want it to be chemical resistant, this is the clear to use. And yes, I do use PPG. Thank you very fucking much. Then, before we do that, we're going to use DBC 9700. Now that's black, okay? That's DBC Deltron black paint. Now, I suggest that you get the factory pack mix if you're going to use Deltron. I've had problems with the paint that's pre-mixed out, that's been mixed by the paint company. So when I use DBC black, I always try to get the factory pack that comes straight from the factory, and that's what we're going to paint it with. So we'll put the black paint on first, then we're going to put 3 coats of the clear, and it's all done. That's it. It's all done. It's an easy situation. Okay, we go in there, we paint the motherfucker, we put some sealer on it, we paint it black, and then we go ahead and put clear on it. It's been an easy job. All I did is scuff these down. When I say scuff, I mean block sand them down to 400. I went ahead and took the emblems off. I got all the imperfections out of the fender, and it's ready to paint. You can't even see the fucking tank. Hang on a second. There you go. Right there. So we're ready to paint, and here we go. We'll be back to check it out. we did is we went ahead and put the sealer on it. Now what I'm gonna do next, yourself, Mario, I thought you were gonna try to be a camera guy here, bud. We got our pal Mario over here trying to do a camera guy action and it's not working out, right, Mario? Why you got the camera way up here, bud?
Because you freaking tall.
Oh, okay. So next I gotta paint those up. I'm gonna paint them, then I'll put my clear on there. Make sure when you use this type of paint, okay, that on the side of the can, you follow the instructions thoroughly how to mix this. This type of clear, use very, very little reducer. Most clears, it's almost 50-50 reducer. 50% reducer, so it's very important to always follow all your instructions when you use your material. Okay, so what we did, we went ahead and put the paint on. If you want to come over here, you don't need to go in there, Mario, just kind of get a good look at it. We got Mario the camera guy on. Everything's painted black. Can you see that, Mario? Thank you.
Yes, we can.
All right, go ahead and get out of the way. Let's shut the door so we don't fucking get trash and dirt in there. So the next and final step is we're gonna go ahead and mix up our flat clear. Now this is factory PPG flattened clear, okay? It's called Flex and Flat. And this stuff has got to be mixed thoroughly, okay? Because it's got flattener in it, and if you don't mix it thoroughly, you're gonna get little white spots and specks in it. So it's very important to double strain this, okay? Do you know what that means, Mario?
No, I don't.
That means make sure you use fucking strainers on it, because the residue in the bottom of the can will get in your paint, and if it gets splattered on the color, it'll be a white little speck. You'll have white specks all over it when the flattener dries. Okay? So if you bring the camera over here, we're gonna show everybody what this clear looks like. If you notice, it has a different look. It's got like a milky look, okay? It looks like milky, okay? Do you see what I'm saying, Mario?
Yeah.
All right, now if you watch it, it's milky white. Okay, it's already got the flattener added into it. I went ahead and put my stick in there because I want to make sure that we don't have no residue in there, see? Just watch your clothes, bud. So this paint here, this clear, now you can see how thick it is coming out, requires very little reducer, okay? Because it's already thinned from the factory. It's not like 2021 Concept where it's like, after I put this clear on, okay, and I'm gonna get a brand new stick. We don't want trash in the gun. After I put this clear on the bike and I show it to you, it's gonna look like it's glossy. It actually takes about 24 hours for this stuff to cure thoroughly. And in 24 hours, when I come back tomorrow morning, we'll go ahead and walk in there again, and you'll see a total difference. It'll be a semi-satin flat black. It won't be charcoal flat black. It'll be a semi-flat, which is what everybody's looking for when it comes to hot rod painting, okay? This is the only way I would require to do a rat rod car or anything that you want semi-flat flat black or any color that. You can do red, purple, green, orange, it doesn't matter, okay? But you gotta make sure that you strain that clear and you mix it up real good, because there's microfine, the flattener that's in this paint, if it isn't mixed thoroughly, it'll leave little white flecks and you'll never get them out. They'll always. So we're gonna go ahead and spray the clear. We'll be back when the clear is put on. We'll see what it looks like. Take it easy. This is Pete, Mario behind the camera.
Let's get her done.
There you go, bud. See you later.